Let's turn your repetitive task into self-running systems. No-code and low-code platforms like Airtable, Anynem, Make.com, Lovable, to mention a few, have made automation and app building easier than ever. Now you can build smart workflow, automate your daily tasks, and even scale your business operations in just a few clicks. And without a single line of code. Whether you are a do-it-yourself learner or a business owner looking to get more done with less time and cost. Today's automation project is going to show you exactly how that is possible. And if you would like me to help you set up a custom automation system for your business or team, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you and of course collaborate with you. Alright, let's hop into my browser and dive straight into today's demo.
In the previous video we talked about Airtable and I believe you enjoyed it, right? Okay, so for today we're going to be talking about Make.com, right? It's another powerful automation platform. So and we have this project today we're going to be working on, and this is the detail of the project, this project 2. So let's just quickly run through the details. Crypto Watcher, that's exactly what we're going to develop. Incorporate Lovable UI so you can check it like an app, maybe on your mobile phone or on your desktop, you know, so it can give you update on the go how crypto coins are actually performing in the market, so you know whether to invest or not. You know, you can easily guide yourself against any potential loss that might happen if you don't get the update, right? So we're going to have an app through Make.com that will help you actually integrate all these apps together. You know, CoinGecko platform gives you updates of the performance of coins in the crypto market, right? So, but instead of you going to the platform to check every now and then, you can actually automate this on the go. So instead of you going to the platform to check every 15 minutes or every 1 hour or every day to know the status of coins in the crypto market, you can actually develop an automation app that will give you these updates at the interval based on your preference, right? So that's exactly what we're going to achieve here, right? We're going to use Make.com to develop the automation and then integrate other apps, maybe like WhatsApp, like Telegram, Facebook, or email, or even Google Sheets into this automation module, and then it gives you the update on the go, right? But in our project today, we're going to be working on using UI interface of Lovable, our Telegram app, then also our email, so that as it drops you can check which one is easily accessible to you at any point in time. All right, so let's go through the details right now. It says crypto markets move rapidly and users need timely insight to act. A crypto monitoring system using Make.com. The system should fetch enriched crypto data from a public API such as CoinGecko, right? So we're going to apply filtering logic to get the alert and deliver notification across channels. Features of this automation system should include a Webhook-triggered, you know, and then crypto data retrieval, and then logic filtering, notification delivery, and then an update dashboard. Then finally, Lovable UI. So now let's check how do we build this on Make.com. This one. So you can see from here, let me just explain how this works, right? Over here, we have the webhook. The webhook is what is going to trigger an action. Of course, you know, in all these local, no-code automation platforms, you have to have a trigger before an action, right? So webhook, we create a trigger. It's going to tell the HTTP module, right? Once this HTTP is triggered, already I have the CoinGecko URL. So, and this URL essentially is the URL of crypto market updates, but it's on the internet. I don't have access to it except I use my my mobile app or my web app or whatever it is to go to the site and try to start checking one after the other, but I don't have time for all of that. I want to automate it so that I can get delivered to my phone or to my Instagram or my Telegram or to anywhere that I can easily access it based on my preference, right? And so I want to fetch the information from that URL, and I will tell webhook to tell HTTP to fetch the information. And then once the information is gotten, it's going to be transmitted this way, right, to the right. But then the reason I have the JSON module here is because the information that is coming from HTTP is full of code, and I do not want the code to go into the information that I want sent to my Google Sheet, for example, or Telegram, and Lovable UI, and of course my email. The functionality of the JSON here is to actually filter the information that is coming from this HTTP module and then sends it across to the router, and the router will now distribute across each one of these modules here. So that's exactly what is going to happen. Okay, so let me open this for you to see. So you can see the data, right, that is coming from the HTTP. Then there is something. I do not want it to just send any information to each one of these apps. I want to filter exactly. I want the exact thing that I want it to send. So I just don't want it to send everything. I want the update. If you open each one of these apps, for example, you're going to see that it's going to filter it, because I already have a filter embedded here in between the router and each one of these apps. It's not everything that I want to get. So I'm going to open each one of these apps and show you the condition that I've given for you to know exactly what is going to go into each one of them. Let me click on this line. So you can see what I want to go there is, for example, for this particular one, is Solana USSD 24-hour change, right? Anything that happened within 24 hours for Solana, I want to get it here. And my condition is that when the cryptocurrency, right, for this particular one, when Solana is greater than 1 in price and then is also less than 5, I want you to give me the updates, right? Give me the update for that. But if that's not it, don't allow the information to come here. That's the condition I'm giving to it. It's going to be the same thing for every one of the apps that I've integrated, right? So let's go over to Google Sheet, for example. The Google Sheet, you can see, is the same thing. Connecting each one of these apps takes a bit of technicality, but in order for this video not to be too long, that's the reason I didn't show how I connected each one of these apps here, right? So what I want here, once that update comes, as long as it meets the condition that I stated here in this filter, it's going to go to my Gmail. And then the same thing applies to each one of these. Okay, so another thing is that, let me quickly explain the UI module for this particular HTTP, because you might want to ask that why is the HTTP here? This HTTP here is actually getting the information from the router and sending it to my UI, right? The Lovable UI, right? So I'm just going to show you real quick on how to actually create that UI on Lovable, and then we'll come back here and see how we can actually push the information from here over to our UI. After I had gotten my information based on the preference of that project, what was mentioned in that project, I now created a prompt for ChatGPT. You can see the prompt here, right? Based on this information I have down here, give me a prompt, right? This is a prompt for ChatGPT to actually give me a prompt for me to pass the prompt to Lovable. So that's exactly how I developed that interface. Okay, so after doing that, this is what ChatGPT gave me. ChatGPT says, design a modern minimal dashboard UI for daily crypto updates, pulling data from make.com output. And I simply copy this and pasted on Lovable. Copy and paste the prompt here and run. When Lovable was done doing that, this was the output. Check it here. Nicely, beautifully looking interface, right? And then he put in something here so that I don't have to come here and reload the page. I can simply click on this simulate webhook update, right? I'll click on this and then it's going to change. This was the information of the previous time I ran it, right? So if I need to get the current update now, I'll just come here and click on this simulate webhook update, right? And it simulates it. When Lovable is done creating this interface, it's going to give you the URL of that interface, so you can have it handy and have it on your mobile phone, use it to check anytime that you want to check. Once Lovable is done creating this, it's going to give you the API. It's like a URL that you're going to impute into the HTTP that we're talking about. So this particular, not what is showing up here, is going to give you on the platform. So once you go to your setting on Lovable, you will get the API for this particular, for any particular app at all. So you're going to copy the API of the app. In this case, I copied the API of this particular one. Then I use it alongside my HTTP module on make.com. So you will have it over here, for example. This is it here. So what I'm essentially doing here is to get the information from the router, and I ensure that it meets the condition, and it sends it to the HTTP, and by post condition the HTTP will send it to the Lovable interface, the UI, right? And then it's going to display the information real time for me. The same thing applies to each one of these apps here. I just wanted to explain to you that why do we have HTTP here, whereas these other ones are just app and this one is HTTP. So I just wanted to explain to you that this HTTP is actually standing as an intermediary between the router and of course the Lovable UI. So I'm going to run it for you to see how it works now, right? I'll just click here. You can see it ran now. And if you look up here, you will see 1. So it's going to pass the information from here to here and all the way to router, and router is going to distribute the information across board. So if you check my email now, I should have the updates, right? And if you check this Google Sheet, you should have the update as well, and the Telegram, and of course the Lovable UI. So let's go over to check each one of these apps, right, and see the information real time. Okay, over here, let's go to my email first. You can see over here, me. See the crypto updates, right? You can see Solana updates. You can see the update here. Okay, let's move over to this Google Sheet. You can see the same update here on this Google Sheet. The next thing is this Telegram. So let me show you my Telegram app. So I have some updates. You can see over here in my Telegram. Look at it down here. See Bitcoin minus 0.58. You can see USD. You can see USD price, the same thing. Ethereum, and you can see Solana, the same thing, right? And finally, now let's go over to the UI interface. So I'm going to run this. I'm going to simulate webhook update. I'll click it. You can see it changed, right? The same price for Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana. That is just it. If there's anything I missed, just ensure to ask in the comment section below. Go ahead and share it with someone who may need this.
I hope this walkthrough gave you some ideas for your next automation project. If you would like me to help you automate your workflow or project you would love to bring to life, just drop a comment below or reach out to me directly. I'll be happy to help you. Remember, automation isn't about doing less, it's about doing more of what really matters, as you save time, money, and effort. See you in the next one. Bye for now.